Nation. Uh, Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you are. This is match day 17. Uh, we have for you tonight, we have an expert game for OS and LG. Today with me, I just have one person as opposed to our two of last time. I have Andy. How you doing, Andy?
I am here to chime in for like 2 seconds every so often.
Indeed you are. um Regardless, I'm excited for the maps tonight. We have LG. Right now they are 22 and 10 first seed in expert overall, and we have OS who aren't doing nearly as well at 13 and 19. They are currently 8th in the tier overall. However, I heard some news that somehow if they 2-0 tonight and also 2-0 high tide and the rest of the tier does a little bit poorly, they could make playoffs. So, this could be a very important game for them. Regardless, I think we are going to go straight away into map bans and see where we will be going for tonight.
Any bets on what map gets banned first?
I don't know. Breeze?
I think it's Lotus. I think it's Lotus.
Lotus haters? I don't know.
I don't know. LG have never touched Lotus, so.
Well, LG stinks. I'm just kidding. I think. I don't know.
I told you.
You know what? You're right. You're right. I never should have doubted you. I don't know. I personally, Breeze stinks, and so does Icebox, so if those aren't banned and I have to watch it, I'll feel bad for the team. Plural. The team's plural. Bad maps. No. I feel like the map pool right now kind of sucks. The bind taken out. Not terrible, I guess. Probably one of the more preferred maps in my opinion, but OS doesn't really want to deal with it, which I guess is fair.
Yeah. I mean, Bind. I think they probably look at OS probably look at Bind and be like, yeah, we're not. They either don't like it or they've seen LG's record on Bind, which I don't know unfortunately, but I've heard they're pretty good. Oh. 1 second. It seems like we're having map ban issues.
Yeah. Perhaps there was.
So our corporate team, I don't know, what do you call our management team actually? That's probably
the higher ups.
The higher ups may have made a little boo-boo, and as you can see on your current screen right now, our map bans are not the usual regular season of 4 bans and then 2 picks. It's actually they are currently using the playoff format, not grand finals. It's the best of 3 playoff format, and yeah, that's not what we're supposed to do. So they're just gonna do it in the in-game chat, and then we'll just relay to you what they banned. So the first 2 bans stay the same. It's Lotus and Bind are out. It looks like LG banned Sunset as their map number 3. So just imagine a sunset over there.
OS has gone ahead and banned Icebox as their second ban.
So that means the remaining maps are Split, Breeze, and Ascent. I think Ascent's gonna be there. LG very dominant on Ascent.
Me when I'm watching VCT and they bring the same comps every single time, and it's the default map.
Okay, well, like, just think about it like this. They have a chamber one trick in Jag, so it's not always the they have. It's not the meta comp. One could say.
Okay, fair enough. Jag is a one trick, but you know, it's just like I'm a hater. I'm allowed to be a hater, I think.
What do you think OS is gonna pick? You know.
Um, I hope they pick Split. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've seen Split, majorly because it's been taken out of the ranked queue. So I'd like a Split. If we have to deal with Split and Ascent, I think I'm fine with that. I'm kind of tired of seeing Breeze just because I don't really like that map. I'm glad it's gone in ranked, but if we have to see Breeze and Split, then you know maybe I'll live with that. But
You know, I like Ascent mainly because I like playing KJ on Ascent because she's really fun. But yeah, it gets kind of boring from time to time. So Split and Breeze will be interesting. I think Breeze, like even if OS picked Breeze, this could be LG's map because like it's a chamber in Jet Haven of just op nation. Don't you agree?
that is true. And I think that's one of the reasons I dislike it so much. Oppers, clown emoji. OS has indeed gone to pick Split, and LG has decided to pick Breeze, so we will see nerd emoji op wars, as well as some Split gameplay
So
for
yeah.
the maps.
So OS picked Split, LG picked Breeze, and LG will be starting attack on Split. So good to note there. And we're just waiting on OS's starting side decision for Breeze right now.
G.
And they have not chosen yet. I'm seeing things.
OS attack on Breeze, LG attack on Split. I think is what they've decided.
Okay, yes, that's what is the chat. That is what the chat is saying.
Yippee! I love bans in chat. Map banners! Map banners! This isn't scuffed at all.
We will be heading to Asian Select shortly, just waiting on confirmation from both teams that they are ready. So Split will be first as usual, and we'll see. This is one of the last few times we'll see Split this season. Before it heads away for a while. Who knows? It could be out for as long as Fracture and Pearl have been out. My two favorite maps.
I miss my wife. Please bring back Pearl. I miss her.
Yes, I know.
I don't think Riot misses the just rush B tactic every single round though.
You get the same thing with Sunset too.
I mean that is fair.
Regardless, it looks like both teams have hit the R in the chat, so we will go straight into Agent Select for our first map Split.
Yes, sir. It looks like they are ready, and we will be heading in right now. Actually, 1 second. Let me just make sure I have all the settings correct. We do. We are heading in now. I do not want to have an incident like last time that we shall not talk about.
Uh-oh. Okay, Split. I feel like Split has some pretty defined metas as well. You see an Omen coming out from the side of LG instantly, as well as the Breach locked in. Jag, of course, with his only pick ever of the Chamber.
Hey, he's learning a bit of Cypher. It's taking some time, alright? He's an old man.
Oh my god, he's evolving! Duelist-wise, Saints on the Jet, maybe. I feel like I've seen Saints play that enough, but I do know that Flirk is a little bit of a monster. So, yep. Flirk instead picking on the Jet and Saints on the Sky. On the side of OS, we're seeing Astra. Oh boy.
You know, maybe they're going 5 smokes. You don't know what they've been cooking, okay?
That would certainly be interesting.
But all I would want to point out is that I think LG, I think Flurk is being a known Jet one trick. Okay, well not known Jet one trick. He does dabble in some rays from time to time, but having a preference for um, a Jet, I thought we were gonna see like a double duelist comp come out of from them, but we essentially just have like the mirror matchup, mirror comps, except OS have just decided to go for the Cipher, while LG opt in for the Chamber. What do you think? What do you think is gonna be better?
Um, I I don't know. I think we'll have to see how it plays out. Me personally, my brain is empty. I don't know anything, so I'm not placing bets as not to either support or curse anyone.
Well, speaking of bets,
Was there Gamba tonight?
no, but there is a VDC the Twitch Gamba. That
Oh my god, Twitch Gamba.
make sure to bet those VDC flames. I legally can't, because if I do, I can't decide the winner.
Okay, I lied. I am placing bets. I'm betting. I bet OS take this map. That's my bet. Chatters, agree with me and vote all of your flames.
Oh hey, but we'll see a very heavy A lean from LG, but a very fast mid take from OS.
We do see a very fast mid take. Spence immediately taking out Jag, so that is one of the attackers swiftly destroyed. There is a lot of aggression going out towards A right now. Bomber is trying to spam through his cage, but isn't able to get anything. Does get flashed, and Flurk is on his case trying to push up, but there is two members of the defenders. Does get shot down by Bomber. The spike does go down. It is planted for Heaven, despite the fact that they have no one up there. Zoro looking to see if he can catch anything, is getting swung by two people. Spence is, however, backing up. The flash does come through to try and catch Saints, who's sitting on site, but it is a 3v5 retake. This is not looking good for LG. Bomber does catch Saints, who was sitting on site. Zoro is still back towards stairs. It is all up to Mini, who has gone through to the Heaven, is able to get the diffuser up to Bomber, but that was a half spike, and they do catch out Mini and defuse as round one goes to OS. My brain slowed down.
No problem. But I will point out that I think after Spence getting that first pick on Jag, Flurk pushing up there, I think getting a little over aggressive could possibly cost them that round, because a 4v5 is not that great, but it's not the worst position to be in. However, 3v5 is a lot harder to fight on. So I think Flurk over pushing there could be, a little over aggressive, but who knows. We see another a heavy A stack from both teams.
There's another heavy A stack trying their luck yet again with that sight. Spence is able to get the first shot onto Flurk, but does miss the second one onto Saints. He is sitting at 20 HP now. FSG is trying to get a little aggressive, but does get spammed out for his crimes. He is 43 HP now. Bomber is left alone over on B with his setup as the rest of his team tries to take fight. Zoro is able to catch out Spence. That is one of the guns down, and Aza is able to quickly get that trade. The round slows down just a little bit. It is 3v4. However, on the side of OS, that is Aza very low, unable to heal as they are the Sky. LG looking to maybe slow down and try and push out some pressure. They do know that there is a gun down in Heaven. Aza is there. Possibly, if they're able to get the jump onto her, they could get another gun into their greedy little palms. The dog does come through. That causes Aza to back out through the smoke. The dog doesn't see anything. That is the Marshal into the hands of someone. Aza trying to see if she can get anything. That is a dangerous game. She is playing with only 15 health. 30 seconds left on the round. The flash comes through as well as another smoke, which covers Aza perfectly. They're able to get the... Oh my god, Jag has the read, gets it through, but do they know that this Cypher has just sat there the entire time? Bomber is playing back pillar, his camera does get flashed, and the cage is triggered, gets one, gets two onto Saints. It's all up to Jag, but he has limited time. He does get that plant down with hardly any time to spare. 54 HP. He's got a Marshal and his gun and a dream, and FSG with the blind and the TP is able to secure the round. That is round number 2 for OS. However, it is very costly.
I will like to point out that actually, no, even if that is a round loss, that is a pretty good eco on the side of LG. The three guns away, and I think they did some damage onto the Omen and Breach as well. So that's going to remove some of their shields. So it's all in all a pretty successful eco, and this is their first full buy. So I think they are able to. This should be a pretty secure round from them, unless OS decide to start to switch things up and just either play super aggressive or gamble stack site, which I don't think is happening. As we can see, they are quite spread out right now.
They are not deciding to gamble stack. You see LG trying to look for the B aggression this time with a little bit of presence towards mid. There's a Sky Flash that does catch a couple of members out. That Sky Dog doesn't catch any of the trips, but it wouldn't matter because they reset at this point in time. Jet dashes through. This is looking like a bit of a free site. Has some trips to clear out, but that's not really going to be a problem as Bummer is playing pretty backside. I'm eating my words as he catches out Flirk, but Zoro is quick to get that trade. It's a good eco kill. FSG able to catch Mini rotating back towards. That is a crazy flank coming out from our OS defenders. There is someone up in tower. Asa almost able to catch out Jag, left at 29 HP, but this has turned from defenders into attackers as that flank tries to come through and kill. Oh my god, those attackers! 2 rats getting 2 beautiful sheriff shots, and that is a 3rd round for OS. That is a beautiful retake and a beautiful eco as well.
Yeah, I think, you know, there wasn't any trip for the flank watch. I think they assumed that everyone would just rotate through spawn or mid, and Mini was unprepared for the two on coming through spawn, catching him off guard, leaving the site defender, the post plant holders with no smokes to play around with, and they just got 1v1 is I think the exact correct term. I know 2 bets took 2 1v1s there onto the kills in the backside, so you know, I think that's the right. 2 rats, two rats, 2 kills. Oh,
it's written in the card. Someone read the script. Right now, looking like LG perhaps going again towards B. Again, it is Bomber alone. Asa's up in heaven this time, however. There's a bit of presence towards mid, but it does look like the majority of the attackers are rotating towards that B main. Vent's trying to see if he can take any aggression, but there's smokes, there's a stun, but nothing coming of it. Bomber is in a prime position to try and fight someone, but ducks back into his corner as the rest of his team rotates through. Zoro is perhaps looking to see if there's any aggression from a flank, to see if anyone is going to come pinch them like they had the round before, but OS is pretty content to just chill out and wait for LG to push. They have the guns, they have the better buy, so I think this is a good call from them. A bit of mid-aggression now, Flirk trying to push forward to see if he can get any headway through that, but he is not going to swing into Aza as it does get smoked off, but they are crossing through Vent straight into the hands of Spence, who is able to catch out 1 on Saints and unable to catch out the 2-1 to Flirk, but FSG has his back, able to catch out Mini as well. Zoro is there, but FSG has his number as well. Flirk trying his best to catch anything. FSG is on for the 3k. It's all up to Jag alone in mid. He has a Marshall, he has his sidearm, but I don't think he's got much more than that. I don't think that this round would go into his favor. There is a Cypher trip here if he decides to walk forward, but Bomber has his number and a flawless for OS.
Gun here.
now you may think this is quite dire, you know, 4-0 on Split, like, right? That's not great, but you have to remember, Split tends to be very defender-sided due to the close angles that the defenders can play, and they can also pull off a lot more ecos due to the fact that shotguns on this map are also quite broken just because of this tight corners and short angles that everyone has to peek. So, you know, even though they may be 4 out down right now, I think once they get into the defense half, they can probably pull it off.
It is definitely a defense-sided map. This game isn't over for OS. You know, we are only 4 maps in. Hello, Jet. Beautiful face. I do call the timeout, you know, maybe take a breather, take some strategizing, try and see what the best plan for it is. I do see some things towards the B site, which means I believe we're probably going to see another B hit here from our favorite attacking team. Do you think that they can switch anything up specifically? I mean, I know it is defense sided, so supposedly getting 3 rounds, 4 rounds is good for the half, and going into the next, you sort of hope for better, but
Well, I definitely think you know, probably a site rushes might be their take. Just as you saw on round 3 when they had their first full buy, sorry, excuse me, they got the site pretty fast. So maybe something along the lines of a fast site taking, and that's probably what we're gonna see here as a full 5 stack towards the B main.
we'll see if there is a fast B take this time. The Skydog does come through, and OS are sort of aware, but they are backing out sort of to play that retake that they have been playing before. Jet dash onto site, clear. Already Zoro is also pushed up as well. FSG trying to see if he can peek anything through that smoke, but ultimately decides to let it up. Saints is going to get that spike down, playing the post-plant scenario. OS does have all 5 members. Spence is able to catch out Jag. There are some of the attackers trying to push this defender side. Spawn Flirk is able, or Flirk tries to get the kill on the Spence, but is unfortunate. Saints does get the trade, but is immediately traded back by Aza. Zoro trying to take a fight, unable to. Mini catches one, but FSG kills him back, and that is a 5th round for our OS players.
Yeah, I think I saw the plan, you know, LG wanting to take that CT space and just make all the defenders funnel through heaven, which is quite hard to push out of because of that drop into hell. But I don't think I think they just lost their gunfights and it just gave the man advantage to OS, which was really detrimental to the remaining players on site.
Indeed. They're, you know, reading this perfectly, saying, hey, if they want to flood out into sight, let's not even bother with the man disadvantage. Let's just retake this as a team, and it's working out for them so far. Again, we're going to see what looks like another B hit with a little bit of aggression towards mid. Jack does have that op, but he gets counter-opped by Spence. Op v op, and OS ends up on top. They are going to peek into B main, try and get something, but Two Rats has said, no, I'm not having any of it. Does stun, but doesn't swing off of it. The smoke does come through. There is another flash coming through. Two Rats is blind and gets picked off by Flirk. There is a gun into the hands of the poor team. Spence is able to catch another one with his operator, however, and Azza is able to catch Saints. The spike does get down, but they're in a hard-fought position. A 4v2. Zoro does get flashed, but Mini... Oh my god, Zoro with the beautiful shots into Aza and FSG. It is now... Okay, Bomber. Suddenly, a mega turn of events. Spence! Oh my! With a 4K, or 3K, but unable to close it out. That is a Thrifty from LG. So much just happened.
One quick note, I would like to apologize for that little blurry scene you guys saw a bit earlier. My internet was not cooperating with me, and that's what happens if you're in observer mode and you try to swap POVs. So, again, if this does happen, apologies in advance. But ignoring what we saw from Bomber, I think this eco round was quite successful. You know, they stayed together, fought together, and they played off the util that they had on this eco, and that it got them the kills they needed.
Definitely beautiful, looking a little bit bad at the beginning with the peaks off, but however, we are going to see a bit of a change of pace, a bit of an A push. Aza is immediately stunned out, and Flirk is, I believe, not stunned by his own team, but stunned nonetheless. There is a Cypher getting shot in the face. Bomber having a few fortunate events. Two Rats trying to get the spray transfer from Flirk onto Mini, but is unable to. This is going to be another retake from the OS team, now a 3v4. However, this could quickly turn the tides. Jag does have that op posted towards CT. Aza is gonna dog through, maybe trying to get onto that op player, but you know, does get the bite, just gets the shot. That was a flash that went through, but FSG is gonna get shot. Zoro trying to protect that op player. Spence has bought another one, but doesn't get the shot off. Jag saying, hey, you wanted to fight, we're fighting now. That is round number 2 for LG.
Yeah, that was really well played from LG. They just recognized, like, you know, they are stacking these, they are not rotating really fast, right? You know, as you saw in a lot of previous rounds, Bomber and FSG tend to be the ones who like to anchor the sites and not really rotate until they know a full site hit is hitting the other site. So they're just exploiting that. You know what? If they're anchoring a site hard, we're just gonna take our 5v3, 5v2 fight or whatever site we're hitting and just use our numbers advantage.
Indeed. They are going to stick with that A side, it seems. There is one put up in Heaven that is going to be Aza with the flash through, but she is going to back up. Spence is lurking in that vent area, trying to see if he can get anyone. It gets us the one shot onto Flurk off the rope. He is hurt a little bit. Zoro is able to catch out Aza, who is playing backside, but Spence is taking his kill and retreating with his life. There's a flank coming out from the Omen, but Jag is going to get that spike down, and 2rats is going to catch out Saints up in Heaven. This is swiftly turning into a fight that OS is winning. FSG is on a beautiful flank. There is going to be a trip somewhere here, trying to see if he can smoke it out. Bomber up in Heaven. Zoro's able to catch out 2 on Spence and 2rats, but Bomber is able to catch out Mini. Jag is stunned in the back, but I don't think Bomber saw him. It's all up to FSG. The blind does come through. Oh, but no, it's so close. FSG unable to get the TP, and Jag hitting the beautiful shot with the up. Another round for LG. That was
That was a play.
That was a play.
That was an Omen play. You know, Omen players are very special. That they like to play mind games. And they're the only ones that can come up with this. I would dare say psychotic gameplay. You know, TPing right in front of your opponents. Like, I play Omen, but I would never do that to someone.
There was so much. Absent the heat of the moment. OS now on a bit of a poorer buy. Perhaps that's Spence's crime or treatment crime from Bomber able to get the kill onto Flurk as he dashes through into his trip. Zoro quick with the trade as Bomber tries to reposition. There is a very poor buy coming out from OS. The spike is going to go down. This time planted safe instead of planted for main, which is perhaps a questionable decision, but they don't think that site is entirely clear. A lot of the OS members are up towards Heaven. The dog comes through, the smokes come through, the flash comes through. Drag trying to get a shot through the smoke, but unable to hit it. This time getting onto Aza. Zoro is able to catch out FSG and Spence with the trade onto Mini, but Zoro's on for the 3K. It is a sheriff battle, and Jag is winning with his scoped in sidearm. Another round for LG. It's now 5-4, rather.
Yeah, I think LG have figured out what OS is doing, and they're just like, you know what, we're just gonna full send it into site. I would like to point out that Bomber is, you know, trying to adapt to how LG is taking the site, because he did change up his trips, and that just caused, you know, Flurk's untimely demise. But we do see a timeout coming here from LG, and what are your thoughts on this? What do you think they're talking about right now?
I mean, I do think we did see OS certainly in the lead, and then that timeout did come through, and then that started slipping from their pause. So I do think that maybe they're trying to get that timeout in sort of as a breather, if not trying to rethink their defense plan. You know, this is the side of the map that you want to get the most rounds on. This is the favored side that you've started on, so trying to end this 8-4 as opposed to letting LG continue to even it up is probably what they're thinking right now. I'm curious to see if this timeout means that OS is going to win the next round as they go back onto sort of a fuller buy than they were before. You know, there is the op still on the side of LG, so I wonder if they're cooking up any plans on how to deal with that, because Jag is a bit of a menace with that operator chamber one trick moment.
Well, looks
regardless,
like Zoro top fragging. It's a battle for first place right now between Zoro and Spence, both 11 kills. So maybe Jet or Breach, who will prevail in this little battle for first?
Indeed, a battle for first. We are seeing a little bit of what looks like a default. However, the spike is motion towards B. We are going to see the Sky Dog come out, trying to search around. Is quickly shot. This is the stacked site of OS with Bomber, Spence, and Aza over here. They are going to quickly rotate, however, as they're calling, hey, maybe, you know, there's a little bit of space we can take over on A. There is a couple of attackers now spaced towards mid as they push up. Lurk trying to see if he can get any space towards Heaven. The stun does come out onto Aza, but no. The Rachel. Instead, Spence and FSG stunned, but FSG able to catch Flirk through the stun. Mini quickly getting the trade for his crimes. Two rats getting one, but immediately getting traded as well. This is an even fight. The spike is going to go down. I don't believe that is planted for Heaven, but it doesn't matter because their Heaven players now dead. Besides Jag peeking out onto Spence. Bomber now Ball does able to get Saints. Jag left alone in the clutch scenario. I don't know. This isn't planted for him. He does have to push. That is not wall bangable, sir. He's blind, but he is able to get Asa with a nice headshot and escape with his life. So that is an op kept in the paws of LG. However, OS do secure the round.
Well, that was I think yeah, the first few couple kills kept getting traded, so it was a 3v3 going into the what was I would consider the full retake, and I think Saints over pushing into screens there was I think really just sort of made it a lot harder for Jag to play around, because putting it down to a 1v1, especially when the bomb is not planted for Heaven, where Jag was playing towards ramps, it made it a lot harder for him to try and stop the diffuser. But we do see here, I think, a brawl towards A main.
Indeed, another brawl towards A main. Spence is dashing through despite being stunned. Perhaps a misclick or something. Flirk jumping over FSG's head. Oh no, the battle of the TPs, and Flirk ends up on top. Two rats chilling alone, double blinded as well. They is gonna get cleared by the Jet, but she missed her knives, so two rats catches out Zoro. Flirk is able to get that trade. Bomber able to catch out Sinks, but Flirk onto the 3K, trying to search for that fourth, perhaps. Bomber left alone in the clutch scenario. I don't think they know where he is, though. The plant is going to go out. It is going to be a more open plant this time, which leaves Jag able to play on site with his up. I was looking at the Omen thinking that he was going main, but I'm a clown. Bomber is going to back out, it looks like, and sort of play for his life. Maybe try and get some exit frags, or maybe he's just flanking to be silly. Who knows?
He's a silly
But
Billy.
he's a silly goose. That was a series of unfortunate events, I think, in the beginning. The stun, into the... Oh, hello, Chamber.
Little peekaboo right there with the little chamber trip, but he's just gonna dip away right now, not wanting to give away his gun, especially going into the last round of the first half. How do you think OS are gonna respond? This is 5 rounds. Sorry, well, not 5 rounds in a row, but this is 5 rounds given up on the attack when you probably wanted like 8 or 9 rounds on your defense half.
It is, you know, definitely kind of rough for the OS players, seeing that they've given up so much space, so much headway when this is such a defense-sided map. But, you know, maybe they've got something cooking in the back of their minds. You know, they're excited for that attack. They do have the double initiator. Maybe they make that a little bit easier. You know, Chamber isn't maybe the best sentinel at locking down a site, but this is such, you know, a small map, so he has so many silly TPs. Jag is going to see if he can take the opening, peek into A. The jet dash does come through, and Spence is trying to take that fight with Flirt, and is able to get that kill with a little bit of poke onto himself. FSG, no gun in hand, maybe searching to get that one that was dropped from Flirt, but it does look like the push is going to come out onto the A site to get that spike down. They are rushing out, and it looks like OS is just going to try and do their tried and true retake, unless Spence is trying to take another fight with those flashes. Saints out in the open, but isn't able to get the pick. Jag is able to catch out FSG, and Saints catching two. Mini able to get out Asa, and it is all up to Bomber for this last round and a half, and I don't think going to be able to do it. Mini is posted up with a shorty in paw, but Saints is going to swing him as well, so it doesn't matter. Saints with the 3K. Great round from LG, and an even end to the half.
Switching sides.
Yeah, even in 6-6, you know, this is looking real good for LG. You know, they are happy with this. They are probably happy with this 6-6 half, considering, you know, attacking isn't very fun on this map. But how do you think OS will probably approach the attack? Because, you know, they do have the Cypher over the chamber. Are they gonna look for more lurks? Because that is what the Cypher is capable of, because he can cage off these angles and, you know, either go up, for example, cage A main and go up ramps, or he could not be there, you know? How do you think they're gonna play this?
do think it is smart to have sort of that lurk, especially if you're just gonna, it's a pistol round. It looks like we're gonna get a full push onto B. I'm hoping for a brawl to happen, but again, there is only, oh, there's 3 people on the side of LG as well. Jag is gonna take that opening fight, but jump back and
My eyes. Careful.
sort of leave. There is some spam coming up through that smoke, and they are going to catch some damage onto Spence and 2Rats. Flash comes through, Spence comes through, the dash comes through. Jag is able to catch out Spence, but 2Rats is quick with the trade. FSG is able to catch Mini, but Zoro with the right click is able to catch out 2Rats and Asa. Bomber able to catch the right click as well. It is swiftly a 2v2. It's going to be a retake from the side of LG. Saints and Flirk against Bomber and FSG. Flirk trying to get the shots off, is able to dash onto the box and play with his teammate, but the frenzy doesn't do as much damage as she might have hoped. Flirk is able to catch out Bomber. Both are blind, but unfortunately Saints is able to catch out FSG. That is a girl pop ghost in his paws, and that is the first round of the second half into LG.
Yeah, I mean, great retake. Especially Zoro there, going big with the 2 right clicks. Free gun, by the way. Free gun.
Free gun, by the way.
But I definitely think that spam shots from Jag in towards B main, and catching Spence and a few others, I think that definitely helped. Forcing the heal to come out right away, and they weren't even healed to full. So how, like, they already. And this is a pistol round. Any damage is that really good damage, especially when, and like a 1 damage could be the separator between living and dying.
Indeed. It does seem we're gonna see, or does look like we're gonna see another push towards B. Jag with the Outlaw is able to catch out Spence, immediately TPing out. Perhaps he could have gotten another with another shot of that Outlaw, considering none of the OS team does have shields, but is gonna try for something. The breach stun comes out, but does misses him. Speaking of missing, those shots go wide. The flash comes through, and a defender flash coming through as well. Able to get 2, but immediately traded by 2Rats. That is not looking good. However, Zoro able to clean up the rest of the members of OS. That is 8-6. Another round for LG.
I mean, they also kept that Outlaw. So that means OS, if they want those rifles, they're gonna have to get full shields, as we can, or they're gonna have to, get a Guardian or Bulldog instead if they can't afford a full shield Vandal / Phantom. Then it looks
Or
like
just don't be afraid of Jag.
I don't think they're afraid of Jag. I think they're afraid of the Outlaw, more to say. But who knows? Maybe I'm making the wrong assumption. Maybe they are afraid of Jag.
Does look like it's going to be some more mid-aggression this time. There is one Cypher, rather, looking towards A, trying to get the attention of the defenders. There is a lot of presence towards mid, though. However, Spence sneaking up, trying to see if he can catch anything off guard. Mini is playing around in that smoke. The flash does come through, but no fight have been taken yet. There is a little bit of spam happening through that smoke, and then Mini is going to smoke himself off to sort of protect himself. The dash was for out. Spence is getting spammed again through that smoke, so, the damage was traded off. The Sky Heal is coming through. A little bit of a stalemate now. There are some defenders pushing up through A, but they're stuck on the trip. Spence is able to catch out Mini. However, with the price of a lot of his health, stuck at 30 now, is going to get that heal from the Sky, but no shields to be found. So if Jag is able to get his crosshairs on, that is a free kill for the defenders. There is a flash that's going to come through. See if he can help his teammates who were pushing through vents. However, most of the attackers have already set their sights towards B. Do they know that Jag is the only one there? Perhaps, perhaps not. The stun does come through,
30 seconds
and
left.
it looks like they're gonna try and commit onto this site as they're running out of time. Spence says, I'm not scared of you, Jag. It does get that shot off. The stun does come through, and the TP from FSG, but he is traded. Asa is able to get Flirk, but Zoro is quick onto Spence's crosshair. Saints is able to get Bomber, but 2Rats is able to get Zoro. They do have time to get the plant down, but it is up to Saints to clutch this round. This eco from LG. This has been expensive for OS, however, they aren't over yet. Saints does see the shoulder of 2Rats, I do believe. The dog does come through, but I'm not sure if they know where Saints is. It does look like Another stun is going to come through that does catch Saints and slow him down a little bit, but I don't think they know that he's creeping up yet. Asa might get shot in the head. It's all up to 2rats, and Saints is just was sticking, but 2rats is able to clutch it for the team, and that is a very expensive round from OS.
That was an expensive round, so I think LG very happy with their bonus here. You know, they may have lost a round, but that's 4 guns out and a lot of damage done to everyone. So they're gonna have to rebuy their entire set of armor, and they're gonna have to scrape up whatever they can for this buy. As you can see, a few bulldogs coming out and a lot of half shields, and noting that, you know, we should have won our bonus. We should have won our first full buy pretty dominantly, but no, they took a lot of guns from us.
LG is saying they are eco demons. You want to come at us with rifles, we'll kill you anyway. Saints is going to dog through, and there is that Cypher there once more, you know, setting up those trips for the potential flank. There is a lot of mid presence again. Spence trying to push through. The flash does come through, and Mini is flashing with his own. However, there is no one to swing off that, so that is short of just a hey, don't do this. Bomber is able to catch out Flurk. Zoro quickly getting the trade, however, on the other side of the map. That is an even fight. FSG looking to TP out onto the site, but Jag says, hey, turn around, I'm on this box. Saints is gonna push through that mid and catch out Spence. 2rats quick on the trade as a little bit of over-aggression happens. Mini is still holding that heaven area as the rest of the team pushes, but is able to catch out the 5 health Asa and 2rats as well. Round number 9 for LG.
What a round, you know. They just played it perfectly, in my opinion. You know, they said they're gonna play weaker toward mid, but they're gonna push out towards A main. And yes, Flick may have died, but they was traded immediately by, I believe, Zoro.
Yes.
Yeah, so that means they already have A main control, and if that's a Cypher, you can probably assume that he's lurking. So the rest of the team is probably gonna be towards mid and B main. And FS TPing into side, I don't know what that was, but it was, I think, and Jag I think was a little confused as well. But hey, free kill for him.
You know, maybe a little bit of bravery coming out. Mini is again posted up towards mid, but this time, this is the entirety of OS trying to see if they can get into this vent control, and it looks like they will stall out and not go into vents entirely. There is 2 defenders on the other side, so perhaps they're a bit wary with that, even with their crazy shotgun classic. Spence leading the charge, just make noise on that rope so they do know as they turn around and fake the casters out. Flurk trying to get that aggression and is able to get Bomber, but Spence is getting the trade. Mini able to catch 2 on Spence and Asa, but 2rats getting that gun out of the hands of Mini. Phantom in the paws of FSG, and 2rats has a what is that called? A pew-pew. A gun. I don't know.
Phantom? Guardian.
Guardian, thank you. I was like, what is that? Anyway, the Skydog coming out as the defenders suddenly become the attackers. The plant is down. It is planted for, I don't know what you would call that. The breach ult comes through but doesn't hit either of the attackers. The sky ult does bite into 2rats, however, the spike is tapped. There is the aftershock and the breach ult as well. I believe that catches maybe two of the defenders, but it is now all up to FSG as he does catch out Zoro. Saints is able to stick it, however, as the bomb was halved. Another round for LG, but FSG just gets to keep his gun.
You know, all I'm gonna say, if FSG didn't shoot Jag's body there, he may have had a little bit more time to actually kill Zoro and then get the kill onto Saints, but 7-10 here, and I think OS is starting to realize they probably should have gotten a few more rounds on that attack, on that defense map, because it is quite hard to attack on split. But I mean, OS here having 4 ults, so maybe they just ult dump A and hopefully get something out of it.
Speaking of ults, we do see Jag with his Tour de Force active now. The Op Demon is activated. Spence dashing through and getting headshot by Zoro. Unable to get anything. Jag is able to catch out 2rats. That operator putting in its work, or basically an operator. Asa is going to see if she can peek anything, but is wary to peek back into Jag's sightlines. Flurk is on the lurk again. That is some rhyming for you. What? Why is Mini shooting it? I understand what's going on. Anyway, the
It was a
attackers are.
bait. It's the bait, you know.
I guess it was. I was like, what?
You know, it's
Saints is posted up in the attacker side spawn, waiting to catch the team off guard, but Bomber has his number. Unfortunately, unable to get the kill. Asa is going to get the trade onto Saints. She is left alone in a 1v4. Mini has her number. Team Ace from LG 11-7 on the half.
wow. Yeah, definitely. I think this we see timeout coming in here right now, and I think it's definitely going for. It is 2 rounds until map this map goes to LG, so I think the timeout definitely warranted. What do you think they're talking about right now in the OS call?
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't want to make any assumptions? You don't want to assume?
I got no brain on my head, man. They're certainly talking about something. I mean, I think sort of that loss from the round prior maybe sticks in their head as they go ahead and lose the round after that. They've got to do something. I'm not sure what. You know, I don't get paid enough to make assumptions about tiers that are too higher than my own. So, me when. I don't know.
I am being accused of such these accusations right now. When
You did put the delay on, right?
Yes, the delay is I have the Twitch mod view on my second monitor right now, and it's still in the previous round. I will not be slandered by this man right here. And you know, this man is a mod, you know? This man is a mod. How do you feel about that?
Mods.
You're a trial mod. How do you feel about this?
Guy. I think if I say anything, God will smite me.
Who needs God when you have Valorant girl pop power with the wand?
Valorant girl pop power with the wand. We are gonna see right now an A take towards the attacker. Spence almost getting caught out again, but Asa has his back. Spence is up towards heaven. However, all of the defenders have his number. They might know that he's up there. Flirk is waiting for that smoke to fade. The Skydog does come through and catch on to the... Where's FSG going?
I know
so
exactly
far.
where you are.
The Cypher ult does come through, scanning onto Saints. Bomber is now balled. Saints is able to catch out Asa. FSG on his silly flank does catch something and is able to get Saints as well. A 2k for him. That is a round for OS. You know, maybe that timeout was warranted.
It was. Hey, it worked out. I think, you know, every time we see a timeout here, the team that called the timeout has won the round. So maybe, you know, maybe if LG want to win this next round, they just call another timeout and be like,
gotta call another timeout
and be like, nope, it's our turn. You know, if history says something, we're winning the next round. But I would like to point out though, for all you viewers are currently watching, we actually have a 50-50 Twitch Gamba point prediction right now. So whoever wins this map is going to get a lot of points to those people who voted for them.
There is going to be a jet ult coming through. Flark popping his knives to see if he can get anything. Perhaps a little bit of a weaker buy coming out from LG. I didn't look at the economy. Flark unfortunately missing all of those knives, not getting a tick of damage onto anyone. There is going to be a free sight for the side of OS. LG perhaps saying, hey, let's just retake, or perhaps that is the lack of guns talking, as the spike is getting down. It is planted pretty open. FSG is able to catch out Flirk, who was chilling out on Raptors. Midi is only with a shorty, so is going to see if he can catch anything with those closer angles. Two Rats able to catch another one. Zoro quickly getting that trade. FSG back towards spawn, seeing if there are any lurkers out towards there. He does TP out to see if he can catch anything. Not sure if he is, however, Zoro is quickly pushing through on that spike. FSG is able to get Mini, and Zoro is able to get Bomber, but Asa is quick to get it! Saints with the Bucky! Oh.
Let's not look at that, you know?
We're not talking about that. Regardless, it is a 1v2. However, Saints has 0 time to defuse that spike. He's able to catch out Spence on the rotate. So, the Skies, nope. Just one Sky left standing.
I would have thought he would have saved that. You know, he got the Phantom, so not the worst thing to save, especially if you're already on a save. You do have some money to buy in the next round, but probably thought, you know what? I don't want this skin. I don't want this OS tainted weapon. I want my own weapon. You know?
I don't want the OS tainted weapon.
Look, you gotta. there's probably a lot of things going in their head. That was probably not one of them, but you gotta add excitement to this. But we do see a 4-stack towards the B site from OS with Bomber on the lurk.
We are gonna see that 4-stack, and it looks like they are looking to eat this. Saints is going to dog out, only seeing one, so perhaps a lurk from the Omen. Perhaps not too convinced that this is where they are going. However, they do know that the Cypher was over on A, and that Cypher is usually their lurk, so maybe the jig is up, seeing what's happening. Flurk is able to catch out Bomber in mid. That stun does come through, and the Sky ult is going to notify that there are 3 people towards main. The counter Sky ult also comes through. Spence dashed out onto site, unable to catch Flurk, who is low health. Flurk narrowly escaping with his life, is going to get that Sky heal and try and see if he can get another. FSG doing his silly TP shenanigans again. Jag is able to catch out 2 rats. This is quickly slowing down as Aza is at 5 health, and FSG taking that orb. Perhaps trying to see if they can do a TP play, but there is not nearly enough orb.
Free
Flurk
gun.
with a 4K.
Free gun. Free gun.
Free gun, free gun! I don't think that's a free gun moment. I think that's a, oh my god, Flurk hit double headshot.
You know, I have been on the receiving end. I've also been on the giving end of the double headshot classic. It feels good, but it also feels bad when you're on the receiving end, because I think it's the aim punch that really gets people, like.
Yeah. You know, me personally, if you don't want to get double headshot, just headshot them first.
True. Or you know what? or just crouch,
Or just crouch, yep.
Out of my way.
Jag with the op once again does see FSG's shoulder and perhaps takes a shot too liberally as the stun does come through, and he is forced to TP away now off of that angle. Does look like it's going to be perhaps another B hit as Jag does relocate. What is Flurk looking at?
I think Flurk is looking at the Omen ult that FSG has, but Wobber catching a mini on the mid pushdown.
Indeed, Flurk has given up his post on watching the backside of Spawn. Bomber trying to see if he can catch anything else. Spence does have the knives out. The flash does come through. Oh my god! Jag gets the blind collat onto FSG and Spence. 2 rats trying to see if she can get anything, but Flirt catches Bomber out in mid, and Zoro is able to catch out 2 rats. It is all up to our lonely Sky on Azalea, and I don't think she's gonna be able to do much. Is able to catch out Flirt, but Saints gets the closing kill, and that is map number 1, 9-13 in favor of LG.
Well, all I want to say, Jag is now proving that he's, in my opinion, a pretty good chamber, but also a pretty good offer as well, as you can see evidently from that off kill into B main.
Why? The past 2 games that I've watched is, oh my god, a double collat. What's happening?
What's happening is a luck. It's probably timing. He's like, okay, they flashed me, they're gonna peek now, and he's shooting it, or it's just a lucky guess. Who knows? Who knows what went through Jag's mind right there? But as you can see up on the screen right now, you do see our post-game scoreboard with Zoro, Jag, and Saints being the top players for LG, with Spence and FSG being the top players for OS.
Definitely a very interesting map we did see. I'm eager to see if Breeze is going to be any different, with Jag, that op demon that he's proven himself to be. Looking to see how OS change it up and see what's different going into map 2, but until then, we are going to go into a quick 5-minute break, and we will be back with your game number 2 of Breeze.
Right, bye!
let you go now. Oh, lift my bones. I wanna give my heart away. I wanna hear you every day. Now I lost my heavy chain. But love, let me marvel at you, babe. Show me your will. Now my eyes are ready for love. I carried you deep, cradled you closely within me. Would hate it all, couldn't stand another minute. I count to 3. Now my eyes are ready. Now my eyes are ready. Now my eyes are ready. We don't belong together. You deserve so much better. No, this won't last forever. Time to let go, I will lay you down. We don't belong together. You deserve so much better. No, this won't last forever. Time to let go, I will lay you down. Time to let go, I will lay you down.
Welcome back, VDC. Sonder has unfortunately just died on us, so as you can see, rip. But in the replacement right now, we do have retired god. Please say hi.
Hello. Hello. It's your boy Paco. Let's go, baby.
Oh, would you rather Parko on the screen or does
No, it doesn't matter.
But
The retired god
welcome,
work.
Retired god. So we just finished map 1. If you weren't watching, LG took the map. It was
Nice,
13-9, 13-9, I'm pretty sure. It could be 13-10, but pretty close match. Thoughts going into Breeze, you know, any expectations? Do you have a favorite team going to win this map, or what are your thoughts?
To be honest, I have 0 expectations going into this because whose map pick is this?
This is OS's, I believe.
Then I'm gonna hope that OS wins this one for their sake, not because I want LG to lose, because I want LG to win. But
You're an LG boy.
I'm an LG boy, you know what I mean? I don't know what LG's track record is on this map, if they even have one. But for us, it was a perma ban. So I can only imagine it was never something that we scrimmed or when going against our expert team, they never brought up asking to scrim Breeze. So that could either mean that they're very comfortable on the map or they don't want to play it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see which of those two it truly is.
Well, it wasn't one of LG's map bans, actually. If we go back to the map bans, LG banned Lotus and Sunset, while OS banned Bind and Icebox, so, you know. And Ascent was just ignored, so I was quite surprised about that with this Breeze pick. But maybe, you know, LG, you're probably thinking, you know, we're in first place right now, we have 22 wins, 10 losses, so we're probably like, let's experiment a bit, you know, we've got some wiggle room.
That's very fair. That's very fair. I mean, if you're in first place right now, there is this the last match day? Is this just a reschedule?
This is a reschedule from match day 17, which was supposed to happen last Friday.
I see.
So
technically, theoretically, 1 or 2 seed might not be secured.
I believe so.
So I understand you already make playoffs, but the 1 week bye could be beneficial, providing you know you still practice a little bit here and there, make sure that you guys don't get cold with each other. But so if they're trying to experiment, I'm all for it, because who knows what kind of stuff people are gonna pull out for the playoffs. But
it looks like we are heading into Agent Select. And also, quick reminder, tomorrow is our last regular season match day for the Apprentice and Expert tiers. So just keep that in mind. After tomorrow, unless there is a reschedule, of course, our final placements for those tiers will be finished, and we'll see if LG can stay on top, or will High Tide or possibly another team take their spot instead. But who knows? As we see, 4 Reynas.
Oh no. I'm interested to see what kind of comps these guys get cook up with. You know, I saw Saints hovering Yoru, which, you know, maybe a couple years ago I would think that was a throw, but you know, Yoru seems to be, or at least when it was in the map pool, seemed to be kind of meta on this map. So is Saints the guy to do it? I don't know.
Nah, he is Sova enjoyer. Unless there's a map where he can play Gecko, then he's a Gecko enjoyer from there on out.
I see. I totally get that. I know for a fact Saints would not be playing Chamber when no one Jag is on the team, because that would be a throw. So
I don't know,
hopefully
man.
that is troll.
You haven't seen
Spence locking in the Reyna.
You haven't seen no one Jag's Duelist. I've seen some games where he's on Duelist, and it's been pretty good. But we see the Reyna lock for Spence, of course Chamber for no one Jag, and it looks like Mini's probably gonna lock in that Viper here. I wonder what
are
the
they
rest
actually
of
related?
OS are gonna. No, they can't be. You know.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
Oh
wait, this actually could work.
I can't tell if that's a roulette or they all decided to lock in those characters at a different time.
I mean, it looks potentially legitimate enough to where they didn't roulette this. Now, if I saw a dome smoker like Brim or something, then I would be like, okay, yeah, that was a roulette. But I mean, we've seen a lot of teams in VCT, for example, run the swamp comp with Viper Harbor, and we've seen a lot of success. We've seen it on Haven, Ascent, Icebox, Pearl. So I wouldn't be surprised if they just brought Debris and found some kind of success with it. You have the ranked duelist combo and Reyna and ISO. Not really much entry, but you know, it's a big map. We'll see how it works out. Honestly, I could see it going in the favor of OS, as much as I hate to say it.
You know what I forgot? They probably rouletted because I think they needed the 2-0 today to have a chance to make it to playoffs. And they lost map 1, unfortunately, so I think they're just like...
I see.
They're playing for fun now.
That makes sense. I totally understand that now. So now, the question is, do we hide strats? Flirt? Oh! Early pick on 1, and even gets his +1, or plus 1.52. Spence with the early trade, finding the pick on Mini. But equalized position, especially now that no one Jag has taken some damage. Zoro and 2 Rats trading kills as well. And still, Spence could get back to full health if he finds one more kill. No one Jag on this really nice angle. See, Spence can't connect. And now Spence is not going to get any damage or
Last
healed.
player standing.
Flirk on the 3K decided to get the ghost instead of the sheriff. Can they be the hero for this round? Yes, they can. Picking back up the sheriff.
Flirk,
Really well played.
Flirk, one of my favorite Jet players in the league. You know, just mainly because he only plays Jet. Because you know, you see those other duels players say like, "Oh, I can play ISO, I can play Yoru, I can play Draze." Flirk is like 95%, 95% Jet, 2.5% Reyna, and 2.5% Raze. You know, he does dabble here and there from time to time, but that's only if he's feeling. That's only if he's feeling a little spicy. You know, you want to spice things up.
I should have realized that LG would be pretty good on this map, being that it's a Jet map and they have Flirk.
Oh, and don't forget it's a chamber upping heaven as well.
Oh my goodness. And Chamber. Totally forgot. Ripping the Outlaw. I wonder if he's going to get the new RGX skin coming out. But everybody's just kind of consolidating slowly but surely on B, trying to drag some kind of rotates, but it looks like nobody's biting. I mean, you have all the players essentially from LG grouping up at A. I'm sorry, from A to mid. They understand where everybody is, and that is going to get another ping. It seems like that may have been part of the plan. Saints sees one, and so Two Rats and the squad decides to run back. But now everybody's focused on mid, so they could just end up pushing straight into Mini here, who's holding this with a Bulldog. Might try to pull a Sam Ace. But with that wall coming up, the two walls coming up, surely they understand that this is going to be, oh my goodness, is going to be a B hit. And a really nice Fade Eye to secure the kill on Mini and get a weapon in the hands of Azalea Holic, who's going to find another kill.
But
Gets the shield protects them. Oh, what a shot from Zoro. So Azalea goes down. That's the only gun that they had, but it's quickly picked up by Bomber. So a 3v3 situation, already a worse situation than you would have liked. And now you could come out of this with a win. A nice pop flash, trying to get one. Whiffs coming out from Zoro. And is super weak. 8 health. Saints trying to save him.
One enemy remaining. Last
Saints
player
finds one more, trying to get Spence, can do it, and has time. So a sloppy round, but a round nonetheless for LG.
That is a round for LG, and I will say it wasn't the best. So they're only gonna walk away with a Bulldog and a Sheriff, so some weapons of course, but I honestly expected them to play a little bit better because you know, like this is a pretty standard comp when you say out for Breeze, so I thought, you know, we were gonna see like a pretty easy anti-eco round for them, but I think they haven't touched this map in a while, so they're probably just working on the kinks right now. Maybe my expectations are a little too high.
Yeah, and it looked like they had the right setup, they had the right read. You know, everybody was grouped up in the mid, forced them onto A, but after Mini connected through the smoke there, oh my gosh, what a shot from Zoro, who somehow has a gun coming into this round.
It looks like they decided to gamble on this bonus and decided, you know what, we're gonna buy up here. We're gonna fight your full buy with what we can do, with what we got.
And I respect that. Now, can we see another deadly Fade? I know. Zoro finds another kill, so now is on for an ace. Two Rats finds Mini though, and now finds Flirk, who's messing around in the air, doing a little bit of air bending. Just some practice work, but now Two Rats on for an ace, if they so choose to get 3 kills of their own. Both Spence and Saints weak as well. So theoretically, this could go either way. No one Jack gets the kill on Two Rats, so ace no more. And Spence is ulted, so all Spence needs is 1 kill, and they get some health left as well. Oh, what a shot from Zoro. I reckon if no one Jack didn't get that kill there, Zoro would be hunting for this ace right now. But FSG, it's not necessarily planned for him. But he's in a good spot here. If he could find the timing. Finds the 1 and 2 and 3. Wow, what a round from FSG.
they were just so trained into towards B main window because they thought, you know, that's the obvious place where he's gonna play, right? Like it's planted for B main. Like where else could it be? But no, he decides to switch things up and wrap from tunnel, and he just gets just a nice 3K to another round and save the round for OS. And that means LG here on their save, they gambled that they were gonna win this bonus with another buy, and it didn't turn out so well. So it is a full buy from OS with the save coming in from to LG.
Yeah, and it's interesting to see. I mean, both players who were on the bomb were searching towards the towards B main when they already had a player there. Field is going to get broken, but that's just going to get reprocced from the kill from Azalea. And with the failed kill from Saints in mid as well, nothing seems to be going in the way of LG. Bomber with a nice kill on Flurk. But just 2 classics.
Spike
Shields
planted.
have been down, but you want to do a little bit more economy damage here if possible. Are the right clicks true? No, they're not. Does not look like Jag has given enough money to Riot for those right clicks to hit different. But Jag with a nice kill, and that's going to round out that round.
Yeah,
Or mini, I mean.
really nice round from OS, you know, recognizing they had bought up, so they decided to swap up the pace, you know, try and get a couple picks. Oh, 2 rats did, and, you know, and it got fumbled into this what we just saw. Oh, LG on a really weak buy, only be able to afford just 1 Marshall, which did get a kill onto 2 rats, but what's that? How much is that really gonna do when the entire rest of the team has Vandals and Phantoms to play with?
Right. Yeah, so a full buy round for the first time, technically,
For both sides.
from both teams. Oh, and no one Jag
Spike down
taking
A.
a page out of the book of Zoro, and now finds 2. Saints finds 1 in the ISO wall. Something that I need to take some notes on. And no one Jag finds a great timing on Spence as well. It's all up to 2 rats, and Flurk is well aware that they are most likely mid, and it looks like we're gonna try and go for a knife. Can Mini do it? Oh no! They come out with their life, but
The
save
knife
themselves from the embarrassment.
Knife unsuccessful, unfortunately. But
Would have
yeah.
been a funny one.
it would have been funny, but I think Mini made 1 too many loud steps for and 2 rats notice. But hey, you know, OS here still being a full buy, so you know, they may be. I believe they may be out of playoff contention. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat. But they may be out of. They probably are out of contention, but they can still do some damage towards LG here and ruin their chances of getting the first place finish tomorrow.
Yeah, and you know that first and second seed is so valuable, being that you get the buy and you get priority map picks and bans. It really is a benefit to have, so you wouldn't want to throw it away, which makes sense as to why they're running such a common comp here. But Saints with an ult is going to connect with at least 1 player, and now is trying to get some jumping shots, but isn't going to connect on those. So some damage made, and Spence finds 1. So really nice pick on Saints, who was ulted, but did not have the awareness that somebody could be hunting them. But look at this rear clear of A from Mini going all the way up halls. Going to be holding this and might even run into Azalea Holic. Could try. Oh my gosh, what a timing! Mini finds 1 on Azalea. And good try. Wow, Bomber. Excellent pick there as well. No one Jag finds 1 on Bomber as a trade. But 2 rats finds 1 on Flurk. So Jet down, and now it's just Viper v Viper. And Spence versus no one Jag. Oh my gosh, I thought no one Jag got that kill. That would have been gnarly. But Mini picks up their 3rd for the round, now hunting for 4.
One enemy remaining.
And is well aware of where 2 rats could be. They spot each other. One has 10 health, the other has full. Oh, but they're just running away, and in unfortunate timing gets caught on the wall. And when somebody doesn't have the time, the last thing you want to do is throw away your life. FSG letting them know you can't run. You should hide the. Really tough loss there, especially when you have that Viper ult too. I wouldn't suggest necessarily using it that round, however, was not a round that went in the way of LG. An unfortunate timing there. But surely they knew they were on 10 health too. You just need to take the gunfight. Trying to play smart. Flirk, Zoro, holding it down on B, but against 5 people, 3 is enough. So now we have a 3v2 situation, 1 player weak, the other full health. We've seen FSG pull some heroics before, but
Standing.
that was far from heroics. Now it's all up to Bomber, who has 46 health and a dream. Has been spotted out though with a kill from on Jag. And now Saints is trying to win this round. Has it halved? Oh, but 4 health just is not enough health to get that round done. And a really nice clutch from Saints. 4-3. Wasting a little bit of econ. A little bit of BM. I respect it.
Yeah, that was
Up round from FS. Oh, Andy's back.
Sorry, I had to step out for a little bit, but I am back. Oh yeah, that was a pretty good round, and honestly, I think with OS, they're probably just looking to have some fun with this.
Shutting them down.
Look, we do see a 4-stack towards B with Jag getting the kill into 2 rounds, so I was leaning towards A. Not to worry though.
Yeah, and you see
They are double smokes. Or what did you call this? The swamp comp?
the swamp comp. The Viper Harbor.
Interesting name,
It is
but
possible. I mean, you had the Viper go down, and you still have a wall to work with. But we'll see if the 2 walls will be enough for this round. We have 3 ults still online for LG. And that is going to get pulled. But Zoro is going to fall. So he is able to be res here. But the question is he in a position that a successful res can be pulled off? Flirk finds one. Is he ready for a second? Oh my goodness. Spence now on the whiff cam. Azalea finds one with the sheriff of their own. Spence whiffing once again. Oh no. That is karma.
should I want to say clip it, but I also don't want to get banned from BDC, so I will retract my statement that I just said like 2 seconds ago. Take it off the books. Take it off the books. Take it off
and
the
it taketh away.
I would stop talking about this if you don't want to get banned from this league.
Well, an unfortunate round, but one that was expected to be lost nonetheless, with 5 sheriffs going against a full buy from LG. And it looks like iMini is finally going to use this Viper ult. And once again, you see 2 rats on this lurk. But
There's an op. There's an op. Attack op.
an attack op? Oh no, FSG on smokes opping. I like this ult. Nobody really is in a position where they could take advantage of it. However, that Reyna ult may have just alluded to the fact that they are going to commit to this A site. Oh my goodness, and now they have no sense of sound as well. It's not an easy round, and FSG, I don't even know how he got that kill. Oh, what a shot from Saints. Can he find another one? Not necessarily, but bomb is down. Now is going to be planted in a safe location. However, Zoro could find the spam through. Is going to get one. And now it's up to Spence, who is ulted, can't get away. Flirk finds the one, and FSG is all up to them with the op. Is starting to whiff. 45 health, but it only takes 1 to get this round secured. Oh no! Saints with a huge round of his own to clutch out.
My ult is ready.
Spence now.
Oh well, that's an op. Did Jag have an op before? I'm not sure. Jag probably had an op, but it looks like
FSG
Mini.
had an op.
No, sorry, for the defense. I know FSG had the op, but I wasn't sure if Jag had the op before. So it is an op enhanced to LG though. It looks like Mini is gonna play with the op. So
Interesting. A little bit of baiting action where, you know, Flirk takes some early aggression. They make sure that he hears the enemy team hears the dash away, so they think Flirk is the one opping. Then you run into the sights of I'm Mini, who has an op, and all of a sudden,
It's you and me.
uh-oh. And they don't get the op, but they do get Saints, who did pick up the op, and that's two ults from ISO that have now missed.
One
Both
enemy
being at the
remaining.
hands of Saints. Mini finally finds a kill with that op. That's bomb down. And Flirk has all of this space in mid. Surely they have an inkling of idea that FSG was in halls, but clearly it wasn't the case. Saints finds the afterlife. And FSG left at 54 health. Oh my gosh, the team flash, and now they only have 4 health. Almost died to the Molly. But once again, heroics.
you know,
Never mind.
my mistake, chat. I swapped to Mini's POV because I heard the op get picked up. Shouldn't have done that. Should have stayed on FSG and just seen why he jumped into that molly.
Big brain. Well, 7-3 in the hands of LG right now. It's their map to lose. Hunting for this 2-0, trying to secure this 1 seed.
Caution here.
3 ults online, 2 for the side of OS.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, Mini's still with that off. Still quite fearful.
Never would I expect a Viper opping. Unless that Viper was Royal.
Roy will never choose Viper. Like, let's be honest here. It's Jet, Raze, or nothing. Actually, it's
Well,
Duelist or nothing.
with the op and the snake bite, OS should be... Oh, there's teammates. OS should be well aware that Mini still has the op in hand. Saints finds one on Azalea Holic, and really nice positioning from FSG, but some acrobatics from Flirk is going to shut that one down. So Mini misses one due to the blindness, but Spence, even though gets some saving grace, can't find a kill. Bomber finds one, but Mini finds that trade, and now it's all up to 2 Rats, who has been lurking consistently this game, and Flirk shuts it down with, I believe, a 2K on that round.
Last round before the switch.
Tactical loss maybe coming up here. Don't want a 9-3 curse.
You know, maybe. Do you think LG would throw to avoid the 9-3 curse? How, are they? Are you saying they're believers in this 9-3 curse?
Well, I think I am a believer for the 9-3 curse affecting LG. It has happened far too many times, in Apprentice at least, over the last 2 seasons, so I would say that I am indeed a believer of the curse. However, it does look like LG has a good firm grasp on this game. A little bit of bait for no one Jag to get a kill with this op, but they now know that the op is here. But that Harbor ult actually is going to do well. That Reckoning going to stun Jag and prevent them from ADSing for the near future. Flirk finds one, Bomb is going to go down, and all they need is for Bomb to go down, and then this Viper ult can be popped, but I don't know if they are going to get the breathing room to do it.
They got the moment that I think that KO ult came through, it was lights out for OS. They had no more smokes, no more Viper ult, no nothing to work with, and it was just a disaster. So you know, big shoutouts to Zoro for knowing when to use his KO ult here.
Yeah, really well played actually, and something that I had completely overseen.
Switching sides.
But you can't Viper ult under a KO ult. You can't Harbor wall under a KO ult. You can't do anything other than shoot people. So when the other team is just shooting better than you, that's a really powerful ult. 9-3 in favor of LG. Will we see the curse is the question. A little bit of an unorthodox comp from the side of... Where did that wall go?
Fun fact for those who didn't know, I did mention this, I believe, when we had our last stream. Currently, there's a bug with the observers where you cannot see anyone's util on the minimap at all. I've submitted a ticket to Riot, and they said they are working on it. So hopefully, by next patch, we'll see it, fixed.
Well, so the wall has indeed been placed, but we just can't see it. And a really fast take from LG. So Saints finds one, Two Rats finds a trade on that one. Two Rats in a really good position though. Gets to choose which person they want to shoot at. And Flurk, oh my gosh, I mean, how do you combat that? FSG finds a horrible timing, and now it's all up to Spence, who finds no one Jag. And now it's all up to Flurk, who has bomb and is choosing to potentially rotate towards A. Spence does not know. But it is a battle of the duelists here. One on an agent that they are insanely comfortable on. The other on an agent that they're pretty comfortable on.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say that one of them wasn't comfortable in duelist, and I was gonna ask the name for you to name who was who.
Wow, and oh my goodness. It doesn't look like Spence was aware, but I thought they were gonna wrap back around towards B, and it seemed like that was going to be a really good call, but
Spike planted.
He should hear that, so
seems
he
like that
knows
isn't the
it's planted
case. So
towards
a
A.
horrible timing. Say that again.
He knows it plans the door, but will he know where Flurk is? Flurk is pushing towards the CT side.
Oh, that's a tough one to lose. Flurk with a nice 3K there. I don't think either of them had been expecting that gunfight.
Yeah, they weren't expecting it, but Flurk did come out on top with that double tap to the head, so, and we see a full buy coming out from here, a full, anti-eco, so we're gonna see a couple Guardians, an Outlaw, and I wonder what Mini's gonna pull out. Is he gonna pull out a Judge? Be that type of Viper on Breeze? Who knows, but we do see a Force coming out of OS. Lots of Stingers, not the best gun at range, but you gotta make do with what you got.
Yep. Yeah, not the greatest map to have 5 Stingers on, however, like you said, sometimes you gotta make do.
Deploying drone.
If life gives you lemons, make some lemonade, and I believe that is what OS is trying to do. They stacked A, tried to push out, got a bunch of space A instead, but no one Jag is very much aware and is completely ready. Two Rats is in a nice position. If they were to just peek no one Jag, they'd know exactly where they were, but chooses to play the safe game and still lives. Connects a bullet or two on Zoru from distance, but Flurk is able to find one in a superior gunfight where a Guardian can't beat. Oh my goodness, a Stinger from range, but maybe in the hands of Two Rats, that just isn't the case. Two Rats with the laser beam. Oh my goodness, and Flurk was so weak too. They are able to get that kill, but Zoro finds the trade. And once again, a little bit of a sloppy round from LG, but once again, a round nonetheless.
Hey, you gotta admit though, this anti-eco was a little bit harder than the first one they played because OS did decide to force up some stingers. So,
True.
Considering, hey, but also think about this: OS is either gonna have to force up here again, or they're gonna have to save,
Does anyone
which
have fun?
means another free buy for LG. Right? There's barely any. There's gonna be not much intention from OS here, just because they're gonna have half shields and whatever they can scrape out. Looks like a couple Marshals, Guardian, and Bulldog compared to LG's 2 Vandals actually, Guardian, Bulldog, and Outlaw.
Yeah, and the Outlaw is a powerful weapon. As we can see, no one Jag is able to find one, but so is the Guardian. Two Rats finding 2 kills there and kind of locking it down over on this B site, but no one Jag having his way in mid for the 2nd round in a row. Bomb is now free to be planted on B, and the post plant ensues. Saints on an interesting lurk though. I'm not sure if OS are at all aware of this. Spence, if he doesn't pick up the timing, is not going to come out of that one alive. And now it's all up to Azalea Holic, who is completely, oh my goodness, unaware, but gets saved by the ISO util. Saints trying to do the damage, but it's just too little. And
Too late.
an excellent round to clutch up, oh my goodness, from Azalea.
So great round by you know what? Maybe OS were like, maybe they were like, maybe Guardian's what we need. Guardian moving very strong here. Two Rats getting 2 kills right off the bat towards B main, and then Azalea Holic just cleaning it up with another with a one clean kill onto Jag, and just the bomb not being planted for Saints.
Yeah, I mean it's hard. It's hard to plant for your teammate. However, in that situation, however, when you have a completely free bomb site, you might want to try and plant it a little bit more in the open. I'm aware that they didn't have anybody around them, so it could have been dangerous plant if they chose. But oh, but that was their teammates. That was their teammate's knife. So knife still online. Bomber and Spence both able to find a kill for the side of OS, but once again, Saints on this sneaky lurk arc. Oh, Spence finds one, gets a nice timing on Zoro, and now Flirk is hunting, but the site is completely wide open now, and if
Bomb is planted.
both decides to choose and wrap mid, it's not at all planted for them. Look at FSG on a wild goose chase on A, forgetting that they planted on the opposite site.
Scanning ahead.
Oh my goodness, but his shoulder was showing.
Found them.
So a tough situation to be in. And Spence with a 4K, getting a little bit of life back into OS.
You know, maybe this is the 9-3 curse you're talking about. A little bit of a late start, you know, losing pistol and then losing the anti, then not losing their force on this round 14, sorry. But, you know, that's 2 rounds already, and maybe this is the momentum they need. LG here, so they did save a little bit last round, so they are gonna have a full buy here, or somewhat of a full buy. Zoro opting for the sheriff, but we've seen how dominant he is on that sheriff, so we'll see how this round pans out. But sorry, no, Jag buying the gun for Zoro, as Jag does have his 200 force, so we'll see how this goes.
Let's play.
I see. Oh my goodness, an early aggression from Spence is going to get punished, and Zoro finds a kill of his own. Flirk finds one, and now a team ace
Is on the
is
books.
very possible for the side of LG. Just absolutely pried open and had their way with the B site here, and now all Azalea needs to do is get these 2 kills, but they're just baiting for the knife to come in, but Jag is just too late and only finds a kill on FSG instead. 12-5, 1 round to go
Point.
for the 2-0.
Gun here.
It is match point for LG. They have proved that they know this map well, and they can play it well. But to be fair, the OS comp is questionable at best, you know. But it doesn't matter. This is probably just for LG's practice at this point. But hey, this is proving that they can play this map and they can play very well on this map. And we do see a gamble stack towards B, and that is where actually everyone is holding. So we are going to see a big fight.
But the KO ult. The 4 ults are now completely useless. But looks like they don't need 4 ults to win this round. They ran into the stack, and there's 5 players watching this bomb. So it's going to take some serious heroics from the side of LG and Mini and Jag to get this round taken care of. No one Jag is able to find one, though, so somewhat equalizes this position into a 2v4, now a 2v3, because Mini finds one as well. They hear one top mid, however, it's just their teammate, so false alarm, false alarm.
Oh,
But once again, there's still 3 ults that OS has online, so if worst comes to worst, they may end up using one. Can no one Jag find a kill? No. So now it's all to Mini, who we've seen some excellent rounds in the past, and Bomber seems to be completely unaware. Do they go for a knife here? It's very, very possible.
Toxin screen down.
Oh, and there's the knife. So everybody is found, and now Mini is in a 1v1 with time to spare. It's off to FSG, who has the Odin, but is in the right spot at the right time. And a dangerously close round from OS.
hey, that was a
But
great,
they take it down.
great round from Midi though, in my opinion. Being a little sneaky and getting that knife onto Bomber, and then just sitting Azalea down, me like, no, I'm the better player. What we do see here,
Yeah, really nice round from Mini.
it's somewhat of a half buy. I'm confused a little bit what they're trying to do here. Saints is full buying, but the other members on his team are saving, so I'm not sure what the plan is here, but it looks like sort of a half-ish buy from them, with OS still on their full buy.
Yeah, and Lurk is only halfway from their knives, so They definitely aren't just trying to get Flurk and Orb and see what they can do with that, but I mean, oh my gosh, Jag finds one with the shorty and now gets an outlaw. So pretty much exactly what Jag wanted is now in his hands. And B site is completely open. And Saints rips the ult to connect with no one just to find out that B is indeed completely free. So now with this Viper ult deployed, the question is, who is going to come out of this run on top? You can counter Viper ult, you can flush, literally, Mini out of the ult with, oh my goodness, with a Harbor ult, or you can ISO ult them out of it. And there's the ISO ult, but it's going to capture the wrong player. So now Flurk finds one and a second, and Azalea wins. However, they should be well aware of where they are, and Flurk with a 3K in a Sheriff to win that match. What a round, and what a map.
Well, it looks like, OS proving they are the best team here. It is a 2-0 victory for... Sorry, not OS, LG. My bad. The OS thing was on the screen and I just thought of OS. English is a hard language, okay? We do not judge here. But LG pretty showing why they are the top team with a 2-0 win over OS. And I don't know, what do you think of that game? 13-6 victory for them.
Honestly, a really strong performance. Obviously, like you had said, a little bit of an unconventional comp from the side of OS. So I would expect the meta comp to win in that situation. However, a really, really strong win from the side of LG, and to come into that with 2-0 victory, you might have just secured yourself a 1/2 seed position for the playoff seeding, and that will definitely do you well.
Yeah, so we are going to take a quick 2-minute break, but we will be back with the interview with, I believe, Jag and Mini, so the Chamber 1 trick and the captain of LG, and we'll see what they have to say about this map. So we'll be right back and see with the interview. See you soon. Bye.
I carried you deep, cradled you closely within me. Would hate it all, couldn't stand on a minute. I'd count to 3. Now my eyes already. Now my eyes already. Now my eyes already. Now my eyes already.
welcome back, VDC. We have here with us special guests. I'm Mini, LG I'm Mini, and
Hello.
LG number one Jag. Hello.
Ew.
So,
Hi.
big win today, 2-0, of course. And this was the game that decided OS's fate. And you decided, nope, we aren't gonna give you that little 2-0 you need. We're gonna 2-0 you instead. So, how do you feel?
I can let Jag go first if you want.
Honestly, we feel great. We feel amazing.
Let me tell
You know,
feel great.
after a little shout out the retired god, shout out the podcast.
Amen.
Maybe if they were just a little bit more one-dimensional, they might have made playoffs. But nobody can do it like we do.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
Blind's words, not mine. Or Spence's, right?
It was.
Exactly.
It was.
And what can they do today?
Third seed, one-dimensional, easy to beat. It's just we just gotta prove some people, And I feel like we did that today.
Great
You know,
to hear.
I think you did that too.
Why, thank you. Yeah, a lot of teams feel like they have us red just because of how we play, but I mean, the stat lines don't really add up to that. Why are we still number one in that case?
Very good point. Stats don't lie. Numbers don't lie.
Exactly.
We definitely
nor does
came
the
in here
ball.
today to prove a point. That's for sure.
I think a point has been proven. But I didn't watch game 1. However, what was your reactions to the comp in map 2 that OS had pulled out for you guys?
That was fantastic. I loved seeing the crash out comp. I saw it and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And it was fun. I think it was great to see something different. We were really balling on seeing a cipher because every expert team likes running their ciphers for some reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was great to see a fresh comp used. Double duelist is always fun to play against. I love taking these aim battles on Breeze as well. So keep picking Breeze into us, guys. Thumbs up. A for effort.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When you guys ignored Ascent, I was a little shocked because, you guys are known for your Ascent comp, right? You guys are really good at that map. So when you guys just ignored it during the map ban phase, I was just like, what? Are they cooking something?
And, I mean, they
Right.
picked Split into us, and it was between Breeze or Ascent. We got some good ass aim. We got some good old gamers on our side who can aim
Yeah.
really well. I think all 5 of us. So we're just like, alright, let's just play Breeze. Because no matter how Split will go, we know we had Breeze in the bag. So,
That is good to hear.
we just kind of did our thing, walked around, Flirt ate up on a couple gummies. Well, good time, you know?
Yes, his fruit gummies, his fruit snacks is
Oh,
is
yeah.
apparently you guys' secret weapon. So
The Scooby-Doo ones.
I think.
any other expert teams, listening in on this, if you wanna get LG's weakness, get stop Flirt's fruit snack supply. That's apparently how you beat them. But
Damage the supply chain.
cause a supply chain collapse. But one last question. So this puts you at 24-10. You have one more match day tomorrow. Against L7, I believe, and they are currently in 5th place, trying to knock them
We
out.
decide their fate as well.
Well, I don't think any other team can qualify because the 6th team right now is Double Taps' Rapid with 17-17, which is the same scoreline as L7 and Black Shacks at 17-17. So, do you think hey, we want to send a message to L7 and be like, we're gonna send you down to the 6th place, make them 17-19, or are you gonna use the next game as more of just like a little experimentation? Are we gonna put Jag on Duelist? Are we gonna put Flirt on the Sentinel? What do you say?
I think we'll have to see until tomorrow. But no matter what, even if we are experimenting, the outcome's gonna be the same. They call themselves the Lucky Sevens. It might not be too lucky. We'll see what happens.
Hey, shout out VDC History of the Orgs, a documentary series coming out in theater near you. But there's a reason why L7's title is Lucky 7, the unluckiest franchise in VDC history.
Exactly. But yeah, I think it's always fun to make people scared of us. I mean, I think standing at number 1, we're kind of seen as very heavy competition. Everyone's kind of
Right.
looking at us a lot more, trying to see how to counter against us, and we're just kind of doing our thing over here, having fun while we're doing it. So, I mean, we'll see what happens. I know a lot of people have their eye on us. We have to hide match histories on scrims and stuff like that, so people aren't you know,
To incline you.
invasive. Yeah.
But I think another question is, you are currently 24 and 10, so that as I mentioned before, but High Tide Surge is at 22 and 12. So there's a possibility that they can overtake you in the first place because they do have the head-to-head differential against you guys. So I don't know who they're playing, but are you sort of hoping that, you know, if things don't go your way tomorrow and you get O2, that, you know, are you hoping that High Tide is getting O2'd as well, or like? What
Nope.
let me just rephrase it. What other team are you sort of looking forward to playing in playoffs, or what if there was one team, what is the team you're scared of the most?
Oh, I don't know about scared of, but I like playing KC. They're my besties. I love comebacks. I love everyone over there.
Respect that.
Otherwise, I'm not really too scared of anyone. I think we'll be okay. We'll just,
Okay.
once again, we'll have our
I
fun.
like
But if High Tide does take number one, we're not gonna let them. That being said,
It just won't happen.
it won't happen. Yeah, we're very
Too
comfy up
one-dimensional
here.
to let it happen.
Yeah.
I do have a question. So if you 2-0 L7, you are guaranteed the first seed.
Fantastic.
However, you may also be guaranteeing L7's 6th seed, which means that there's a good chance that they play against you guys if they win the first round of quarterfinals.
Perfect.
So
I thought
great.
I thought it was first seed gets to choose the opponent. I'm not sure though. Quote me.
I thought first seed got a bye.
No,
and
first,
then-
first and second seed get a bye, but after the quarterfinals of 3v6 and 4v5, I thought it was the first seed that gets to choose the opponent. But I'm not
Oh,
sure.
wow.
I'm not sure though. Quote me on that. Someone
Well,
quote me.
I think someone did say it.
I was only in VDC last season where there was only 4 teams that made playoffs. So you have the grandfather clause on me for that one.
And it's
As,
actually,
as somebody who was cut from L7, I welcome putting them in the 6th seed. I welcome them to win their playoff game,
Revenge
and then we
arc.
play them, and then we knock them back out. I welcome that opportunity.
oh,
we could
so
do a
a
little 4-0 against them.
little grudge you're holding against L7 then.
Absolutely.
But one final question for you, Minnie, and this is at the start of the season you were on the duelist, and now that Flurk has joined your team, you have moved into the Smokes role. How has that impacted you? I mean, going from duelist to Smokes is quite different, of course.
Oh, I'm so sad, Andy. You don't understand. No, I think I'm comfortable being controller. I don't think anyone can step too close towards it on what I do, so I'm fine here. I mean, I played controller the first 2 seasons of VDC. I was great at it. I wanted to try duelist. It was fun. Fork is just better, honestly. So we'll let him have the reins there.
Fair,
No one can
fair.
really stand up to Fork either. We have like, I think we pride ourselves on being the number one in every single role right now. Because if you have to build a dream team and expert, LG is your dream team, realistically.
Facts.
You can't really look at anyone else and be like, yeah, I want this guy.
True, you
I want
have-
him.
You have, I mean,
You got
looking
everything.
At your team, you have a Gecko enthusiast. You have a Gecko enthusiast. You
And
have
who doesn't like Echo?
fair. You have
Exactly.
I don't.
the
I
most
like Breach.
the most lovable man on earth, Zoro. Like, who doesn't want that?
Hey, Zoro's your breach. There you go.
You have
W.
you have the best duelist, Jet one trick with a bit of dabble and Reyna and a Raze on your team in Flurk. You have the best Chamber one trick. Chamber with a bit of Cypher, because I know you dabble in Cypher
Like-
from time to time.
And Deadlock.
Oh, and
And
Deadlock. Sorry, can't forget about the
Mm.
Deadlock. And then we have the best
Really?
controller player. So
Yeah, what can you do, right? It's like, sure, we only play one agent. Can they stop us? No. We're gonna keep doing it then. If we can't
See, all
beat
these
us,
other
why fix
teams
it?
have jacks of all trades,
Yeah.
but masters of none. We have
Trying too
masters.
much. Exactly. They're trying too hard against us while we're just kind of out here doing our thing. We're like, all right, Jet go Chamber, Lurk go Jet.
and then-
Perfect. Tidy up my hands. IGLing is so much easier for me now because I don't have to worry about different comps. You know, it's so easy for me.
Shout
Especially
out
when we're
Mini,
just
the
better.
best captain.
Exactly.
The best IGL, period. No one does it better.
All right, but I think that brings our interview to the close. Thank you so much for joining us today. We wish you the best of luck tomorrow and the best of luck into playoffs because you are guaranteed into I think into at least top 2. So you will get that bye unless I did my math wrong. But we wish you the best of luck and we will see everyone in the Twitch chat tomorrow with a game. I don't know what game, but a game.
Stream us again. Yeah.
All right. Bye, everyone. Have a good night.
Later.
Adios,
Bye.
amigos.